Welcome back to the Schlorpcast podcast. Joining me today is the wonderful Chibitoes. That was. You want to try that again? You want to say something else this time? No, we'll just keep it. As well as Chibitoes. Fuck. I can't do this fucking dog shit intro. Chi, you say something.
Anyway,
wait, did you write it on a piece of paper?
Maybe.
I just heard him crumple it up.
yeah, he's like sitting there at like his
Fuck this,
desk.
I don't wanna do this
He's shaking his hands. He's just like, and he just starts. He messes up. He throws it away. He does like the whole the SpongeBob meme where he's writing the paper, crumples it up and throws it.
All right, intro. Prepare to be written. The moment it gets to the time to present, he just crumbles it.
Anyway, that's a good intro. Anyway,
Hi, I'm Bacon.
Anyway,
If this is your first time tuning into the Schlorpcast, basically there is no structure, there is no ground basis. This is just a shit show.
it's four idiots talking. So
Last time we talked about how we met. This
Sum it all
time
up real quick.
we're kind of gonna follow up with that, and then we'll talk about some more shit we have written down here for you. I feel like
All
we
the
got
shit
some
that
nice
I wrote
stories to
just
tell
got
for
fucking
this.
yeeted into the
oh
corner,
yeah,
so.
but we did leave off on the Nebraska trip. We didn't really go in more detail of the exact date. The last thing we left off on was when we talked about Bacon hitting the and John hitting the pen.
The pen.
The pen.
We'll
get back into
so-
that, don't worry.
All right, boys,
what-
crack open your gamer goops because
It's talking time.
it's.
I have iced tea. Does that count?
It's talking time. No, I got gamer girl pee.
God, that's disgusting.
I
Anyway,
cracked open a nice
last
cold
time-
can of Belle Delphine bathwater.
please
If you've
stop.
not listened to our first
Sponsored.
episode of the podcast, fuck off. I'm trying to add some structure, okay? If you've not listened to our last episode of the podcast, go check it out. We pretty much covered how we all met through the internet, and then we were leading it into how we all met in person in Nebraska back in May.
And also does
So-
our introductions and how we started
Yes.
on YouTube and everything. So if you're interested
John-
in that, you should really
la-
check it out.
Last time, we talked about my horror stories at O'Hare International Airport. John, anything interesting happened to you when you were in Texas, heading out to Nebraska?
The seats fucking sucked.
That's fantastic. Anyway,
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's an airport.
Yeah, I
airports
remember
are not the
when I
best
went
thing.
on my first flight. It was to I think South Carolina or whichever Carolina has Myrtle Beach. I was going
oh,
there
fuck
first.
if I know.
I don't fucking know. I went
All I
there
know is
and there
there's
was
a-
this
there's a
dude.
fat-
He was like sitting in the chair. He had his hands like pressurized, like he could fucking make diamonds in his hands. He was so fucking scared. I'm like, "You good?" He's like, it's my first flight." And I'm like, "Are you praying?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm really freaked out." I'm like, "Dude, just chill. It's my first flight too." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're not scared?" And I'm just like, "Not really. I mean, I don't really care. I'm just moving from one place to the other, just this time in the air." He's like, "I guess I never thought about it that way." He didn't actually say that. He just kind of looked at me and was like, "This kid's on crack." And
And then the
I
plane
just
crashed.
I bust out my Nintendo Switch, and he's just intrigued by it, and he was watching me play Zelda throughout the whole flight, and it just calmed him down.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And then the plane
Nice.
crashed.
Yeah.
Yes, I am speaking to you beyond Luigi's
my
Mansion.
first experience on the flight, it was nice. I liked it. I was scared. Don't get me wrong. As we depart from the sky and everything, I was like, I'm so glad I got my Switch because I could just like bust in my headphones and play Smash and practice
Bro,
so I could be Ryan.
I passed out the second I got on my flight, woke up, and the fucking pilot was saying there was about 5 minutes till we were in Omaha. Quickly recorded the little intro to my vlog, and then passed out again. Woke up the second we hit touchdown.
I don't
I
know
was
why, but that
so
reminded me
tired.
of Luigi from the new Luigi's Mansion trailer of him just reading the book and then
Bruh.
That's cool. I haven't seen that trailer, so I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But I'll
Well,
just
you're
pretend
not
like I
you're
know.
not really a Nintendo guy, my lad. I'm gonna be
I'm
honest
not.
with you.
I want to get into Nintendo. I want to get into fucking Smash and all that. It seems-
Anyway,
he
takes a
joins us
while.
and we all just start spiking the shit out of him.
Yeah.
No,
you-
man.
No.
That's pretty
All we
much how
need
it
is
was when I tried
Doria.
playing in Nebraska. You guys just fucking bullied me and 3-stocked me every time.
Bro, if anything, like summarizes how the Nebraska trip went, it was Persona doing a bunch of illegal shit and Smash. Let's get real.
Yeah, pretty much.
And having
Fucking-
8 to 9 people at my house, which I haven't done in years.
every morning, waking up in Ryan's basement, like on his couch, and then there'd be John sitting on his bed playing fucking Persona 5. Without fail, every single morning I was there.
And then at the end of the trip, what happened to John's save file? John, would you like to
Did
explain?
it corrupt?
Wait, what happened actually?
Remember? You didn't get yeah.
Wait, no. Listen, okay. So, not gonna go into too much detail, but basically, and this part of the game in Persona where if you don't meet the deadline of the requirement to beat the boss in that specific area, you have to restart 1 week prior in game. Basically, you have to start all the way over from the start. You have to beat the enemies, unlock the shit, do the puzzle, and go back to where you came from.
Jesus.
He had to redo
That's
it
it.
all over.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, he did all that in Nebraska, and he had to redo it all over again in Texas.
I did it.
That's an
yeah.
L, boys.
I've met people who I've met online before. Like when I went down to go see Chris, Hunter, and Tyler, my other online friends, for the first time. That was fucking years and years ago, though. This was my first time actually flying by myself somewhere to go meet people I've never met. It was pretty. That's
Sorry.
disgusting. It was pretty fucking cool, though.
My bad.
I gotta say.
You know,
Oh, can I talk about? Or no, here we'll wait till the end because that's at the end of the trip is what happened. My fucking nightmare on the way back to O'Hare.
but you know, something like that was weird that like I kind of wanted to brought up is like before even the whole trip happened, there was like an instance where like my mom was like freaking out. She was like, "You don't even know these people?"
Did she think we were
Well,
rapists?
well, a lot of my family was.
Yeah, I hate that
Yeah.
thought. Like, I know so many people here who are just like, oh, they're fucking creeps, they're rapists, they're gonna come and they're just gonna kidnap you. Where are they gonna kidnap me
Yeah,
to?
like, and they
For
don't
one.
understand.
Another
our-
thing,
Yeah,
I
well,
know
in
these
Nebraska,
people.
they don't understand like how
Like-
social media and like how connections are now. You know, like
It's just the most boomer way of thinking.
like you see couples all the time
boomers.
over online and they actually meet up and like get together.
Like PewDiePie and
Yeah,
Matsuya.
and like Hanji and her boyfriend. You know, it's
Exactly. Like,
Yeah, like me and my side hose.
I'm telling Elena.
Cut that,
I'm telling Elena
cut that,
right
cut
now.
Cut that right now.
I'm telling Elena.
dumbass.
I mean, they're men, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway,
hey, wait a minute. We didn't have sex. Did you rape, dude?
you're right. We possibly.
You know, if I,
Did your ass feel sore?
I mean,
one
when I
morning?
showed my ass to John that one video, it kind of did.
We're cutting this
What?
out.
No, we are
No, I'm
not.
not. Not that. I'm cutting that first part out to courtesy
Yeah,
to
that's
you,
my bad.
but not to Ryan.
That's my B.
Jesus, Weezers, Batman. We fucking. Anyway,
I'm vaping in a Snapple bottle.
Jesus, you are something else. I swear.
Dude, that's so cool. Like that totally relates to Nebraska, bro. Like imagine, dude, vaping. Like, you know, when at the high school they had a whole like vaping thing going on where it's like you can't do that, and it's like people do it anyway. Nothing you're gonna do is stopping us. You know, that's how it works.
So who's got some interesting stories from the Nebraska trip? Because I'm drawing a mind blank on everything, and my piece of paper that I wrote everything down on, I ripped in half and tossed it across my room.
Well, a really
I guys get started while I go
good
grab
story,
that.
and you know, it really sucks that she wasn't there. At least maybe I can't remember.
Yeah, I was working most of that time, and I felt terrible because like I didn't really like pan out the time frame, and I figured, well, even if I do work, it's only like 4 hours, and I'll be done by like 8, so it's not that late, you know. And there's plenty of stuff left for us to do, and then regardless, I would just end up either going home or showing up just fucking on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There was a lot of instances where she would show up at Ryan's house because we all kind of stayed at Ryan's house, John and I, and then whoever else stopped by. And every time she would come by, he would either be really stoned or just tired as hell.
Yeah, that's true. And one of my absolute favorite experiences was the volleyball game. That was
Fucking hell. Dude, I
I
love
didn't
you.
even
You
get
were
to
not-
see- I didn't even know you guys played
no, we had
volleyball.
a 6-on-6. I won't name everybody, but it was like
Was that the Lakes?
no, that was at Clemens. perfect day
Oh,
out. I
fuck.
was like, bro, let's go do volleyball after we went to. Another thing we can talk about is the carnival. If you guys want to bring that up.
Yes, I
hold on.
loved
Oh, God.
how perfectly that was so timed.
Uh,
I didn't even know it was gonna be in
Oh,
town.
yeah, dude.
Like, I
Alright,
just remember
let's-
seeing it one day, and I'm like, oh shit, the guys come in tomorrow. We can go
But
to that.
it was me and Austin Special as the team leaders. And if you watch Cheese Stream, you'll get that joke. If you don't, then you won't. Then you won't.
Bro, I love Nips.
Yeah, I do too. I just loved that meme. It was us.
I like how if anybody watches this and doesn't know who that is, they're just gonna hear you guys say, "I love."
It's fine.
fine.
It's fine. It's part of his last name.
fine,
I'm
no
not.
buff.
Don't say the full last name, but it's part of his last name. His nickname kind of like my. I won't go into detail, but my nickname's kind of the same way. Anyway,
Shut the fuck up, cunt. Just speak.
we got so competitive. It was just fucking crazy. And I remember
It was
And I
really
remember
competitive.
when fucking John would serve, that ball would go over the net, over the sand, and into the fucking trees. John would power
John would
slam that
serve,
thing.
He would fucking just yeet that son of a bitch.
Let's
Fucking-
serve. He'd be like, "All right, boys, I got this," and he just does it again.
King K rules.
Pretty much. And like it honestly, out of like all the experiences we had, I wish we did more. Like I really wish we did
Remember that little 6-year-old kid that just came walking up to us and fucking
Yeah, I
joined the
do.
game?
He was just playing.
So, yeah, we were all just sitting there playing volleyball. It was like 6-on-6. I turn around, this little fucking 6-year-old kid just comes walking up in like a baseball uniform. He's like, "You guys mind if I join?" And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Pretty.
So he just sits there. I think he got hit in the head with a ball or something. Then he ran
No,
away.
he just stopped. His mom called him back. I remember. No, that kid was.
Bro, Nip Spot stripped down the
He-
fucking nothing. He got pissed off. took
Yeah,
off his
because we
shirt,
and him
pulled
got
his pants
competitive
off.
at each other because like he knows like I haven't played volleyball all my life, but I played it a good chunk, and like I'm really competitive in the sport. And I also blame Haikyuu, which for those of you who know the anime, kudos to you. It brought me more into the sport because it was just fun watching these anime boys playing, and I get
Bro.
called gay for watching all the time. Fuck you, that show's good, but.
God, I ruined my fucking Ronnie Mac
Um,
socks playing that volleyball game, and it pisses me off.
But
Fucking, I'm the dumbass who thought playing like in
If
a
I'm
sandy
if I'm
volleyball pit,
high
leaving
enough,
my
I'll
socks
watch
on.
like if I'm high enough, I'll watch like Japanese volleyball.
this shit,
The
this
Japanese
shit's fucking
female
crazy,
volleyball.
dude. They go ape
It's
shit,
lit.
bro. It's insane, dude. I was talking to my uncle about that the other day. But
Or I'll also watch like Japanese boxing. I follow some Japanese boxers on Twitter. I'm like, damn, you guys like fight to the death. You need to calm down.
the
Bro, I love contact sports.
so
I
the
love, like,
carnival. Let's
fucking-
get back
I
on
hate
track.
them. I quit them
The
all.
carnival that came into town after we graduated, and holy shit, it was so much fun. I think the
Oh my god.
She did fucking Fortnite
second-
dances.
Every
I
time
got
I
it on
watch
footage.
Bacon's vlog, I love John in it. Every single time, I just love John. John, what was that thing you said? when
Oh,
you
I
couldn't
no,
get
so
on
what
the
happened
ride.
was-
I have
Yeah.
no
Oh.
fucking idea.
So John points at the ride and he's like, "Oh, they wouldn't let me on," And then he points at his stomach. He's like, "Yo soy
Yo soy
gordo."
gordo, yeah. And then you see my
Fucking-
dumbass talking to all my friends in the back, just surrounded by behemoths.
I
Oh.
loved going on the zipper with John. It
Oh
was
my god.
like, as much as I wanted to scream, John's screams were hollowing out mine, and it just made me laugh.
I just remember sitting there like standing. For those of you that don't know what the zipper is, what the fuck are you? And it's like this ride that goes around in circles, and while you're going in a circle, your cart's going. I
It's
don't
like
know,
in a
fucking
little
weird.
It's like
cart and it's
spinning.
spinning, and like you will just spin and spin and spin, and it's so much fun.
And you're going in circles like
And-
vertically. But I remember just like seeing Chi and John's cart come down, and just all you hear is ah, as John fucking flies by me. Just
Because
screaming
it was
top
my
of his
first
lungs.
time riding it. That shit was scary, dude.
And then I refused
It
to go on
was.
it because I had a really bad experience that I broke my glasses because the guy he never really warned me how bad the ride was, and no one else really knew how bad
Yeah,
the
I
ride
flew
was.
up
I
on one of those
peer
rides,
pressured
And
you
John
so
peer
hard,
pressured
Ryan.
me,
We actually
And then we
eventually
got
get
on, and all John and I were just we were just screaming, and John saying like this, and I think Jackson was outside, and we were like spinning, and I was like, Jackson, he's like, you're a
And then we also got on the slide and we were like, let's race. So we did it, and guess who won? Me, because I use
Yeah,
hacks.
Yeah, dude. Fucking slippery fat cunt John here fucking won.
Wait, what?
What? Nothing. Anyway. Yeah, the carnival was a lot of fun.
We'll get more
That
into
was
like
a
the
lot of
other
fucking fun.
quote unquote not here stories at the end because we wanted to say that towards the end. But I thought,
we
well,
were?
yeah, because you know it'd be just better. Anyway.
I wanted to talk about my time meeting Jesus.
What?
The first time that
oh,
fucking
yeah.
Adrian brought me over to get fucking high.
Yeah. So
Should I not be saying this?
no,
Should I
it's not.
say
It's
this, or
not
is
that.
this
I
something
just.
can
No,
say?
fucking
I mean,
go
if you
for
want,
it.
if we want to do those stories now, we can. I'm not. Whatever. I just.
Listen, dude, I was high for like fucking 90% of the trip in Nebraska. Okay, those are all the only stories I have are from when we were high.
Yeah.
too.
That's very true. Because I only did once. No, twice. Because I why not? Because everyone else was doing it, so was I. And I remember one of the times, and
Peer pressure works
yeah,
on you.
you were majorly the one who got me to do it. If we're being realistic here, holy shit, he'd be like, "Do it."
I don't think that was my actions. I think I was just the one that supplied it.
Well, and you were like, "Come on." I'm like, "What?" You're like, "Come on," and I was like, "No, dude, I quit." And he's like, "Come on," and I'm like, "Fine," and I'll take it.
Come
I'll take like a hit or
on.
two, and I'll call it. And I remember like, I won't mention her name, but Thick Mai. Don't know why.
Thick May.
Sorry,
Mai.
sorry. Too
May.
much anime. I was trying to get with her so hard, dude. You have no fucking idea. When I was
know.
plastered, I was
Don't
just,
worry, we can
I
all
was
tell.
just like, I want to bang her. And like when I was normal,
Now you know
and I
how
was
I
like, I
feel.
was, I was normal. I was like, why did I think that? Like, I only see her as a friend. I don't want to bang her that bad. But those two instances where I was messed up, I was just constantly thinking, bro, I haven't got my dick.
Bro.
And I
Jesus. Remember right before we went to go see Detective Pikachu when it was storming real bad and we were all on the front porch and I was
Yes!
already
No,
Yeah,
no,
I was-
but can we be real? That Detective Pikachu movie was so good.
phenomenal.
Fucking
Dude,
so
it
fucking good.
slapped.
It was
I love Ryan Reynolds. Oh my god, he was
that-
so perfect for
that
that role.
ending though. Like, damn, it hits you.
Damn.
If you haven't seen
Yes.
the movie, skip to 3 minutes from now. But like like at the end when
Bro.
it's revealed that the spirit that was in Pikachu was his actual dad. Yeah, and it was
dad,
Ryan
his
fucking
father.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
I was really.
It was
I was really confused how they thought genetics worked through that, but this is fine.
Mewtwo.
It's fine.
Mewtwo's
It's fine. No,
Mewtwo's
it's
all
fine.
sorts of fucked.
Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds, it's okay.
Mewtwo is a very strange Pokemon, so it's okay.
No, but like it was probably for a good reason though. But like until he got
Yeah, like, do
fucking
you-
controlled in the mind.
Yeah. Do you guys remember when fucking Jigglypuff was there?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
From which part of the movie? I forgot.
in like the pub, and Jigglypuff's just like this
Oh,
ball
oh.
of
He's
fur.
just staring
Like
down.
when I first
Yeah.
saw that, I was like,
Bro.
"What the fuck?"
That
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
fucking
some of those
terrifying.
Pokemon looked weird as shit. Fucking Charizard looked scarier than shit.
He's fucking
Yes!
huge, bro.
Terrifying.
Shit. I shouldn't be fucking yelling, but dude, that was fucking.
But that was a really good experience in the
Dude.
Nebraska trip for sure.
It was
That
such
was.
a good.
Remember slightly beforehand though when it was storming really bad. We were all standing.
Well,
on
yeah,
Ryan's
that's
front
after we got
porch,
back.
and,
It was you, me, Adrian. I think that's
yeah,
it.
yeah, I think
Yeah, John.
John
Yeah,
was
John. We all just enjoying the rain. You're like, all right, boys.
I'm
Finna
finna
head
head
out.
out. Fucking, you're like, I bet, and I just started booking it down the middle.
And then my
of the street.
neighbors across the
Got-
street were just staring you down, like, what the fuck is wrong with
Fucking
this kid?
straight up Naruto running down the middle of Ryan Street. Got about a block down, got bored, decided to turn
And then we
around,
just
come
sat
back.
there and enjoying the rain and talking. It was awesome, dude. We were that was the one
looking
instance
back
where
on
we
it
weren't
now?
messed up. Well, you guys, I should say you guys. were,
But another thing that I actually enjoyed really a lot was a bonfire at Cameron's
okay,
house.
the thing
was so
I
good.
Fuck! I didn't. Go
I
to that.
loved it, but here's the thing. You guys do remember what happened afterwards, right? I started
I
feeling like
don't.
I was going to
I
die.
was.
My body was
I
shivering
wasn't
really
even
bad,
close to that.
and I was in the
Oh,
bed.
yeah, you were
it was
freaking-
fucked up,
you-
dude.
You were like dying in your bed, covered in like 1,000 blankets.
And if I
still
uncovered the
shivering.
blankets, I would feel like I'm just blazing heat.
I also hated the fact that one of those days my back of the muscles started hurting bad, and I wanted to continue going with the parties, but Ryan had to take me home because it started hurting really bad. But I'm good now, which I'm glad.
We all got pretty hurt in one way or another, or we were suffering at some point in the trip. Remember, like the last 4 days of the trip, like 3 or 4 days.
Everybody was suffering at that point.
So fucking
Oh my
much.
God.
Ryan remembers this because I was up all night. So I think what happened was I got like a sinus infection or something from being out there. I don't know why the fuck, but my teeth, like my upper right teeth, were hurting so bad. I was chewing on fucking like cardboard and fucking.
And you kept
Kleenex,
asking me for
called.
like medicine, like you were trying to find
Pain
something,
meds
and
and
I was
shit
like,
like that.
bro, what is going on?
I was fucking.
I remember
dying.
that.
Pretty much what I concluded. I think I had a sinus infection. I think something with your clean Nebraska air wasn't
Clean?
It's used to fucking
Bro,
dirty
we are
Chicago
far
air.
from clean. We have great water. That's it.
No,
Like, I'm sorry, bro, but I'm
that was the
gonna
most.
be realistic with
I have
you.
to say though, that night where I was up all night, fucking biting pillows and like biting blankets and just anything I could put in my mouth to try and stop the pain, including your cock, was one of the most just horrible experience of my entire life. That was so painful and it was so excruciating and just went on for so long. Probably a bitch compared to a lot of other things, but for me it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I
Like
didn't experience
13
any
hours
pain.
of suffering.
All I remember was getting so fucking high one night that I almost threw up.
Oh yeah, you almost got
I'd
greened
never
out.
done
I
that
remember
before. That's
that.
never happened to me. I was just sitting on the couch with Haley, and she's cutting me off. She's like, "Okay,
That's
you're
the
done."
night
you're done.
where-
I'm like, "Oh, one more," and she's just like, and I'm like, "I promise, one more." She's like, "Better make it count," and I was like, "Bet," and so I just went for like a solid 20 seconds, and then she pulled my hand away, and she's like, "Babe, stop."
Bro.
And I coughed it back up, and I'm like, I'm good. 2 seconds go by, and I'm like, look out! And I just stand up and charge to the other side. I stand over the toilet, I burp, and I'm like, oh, I'm good.
And then
I just went back
no, I
inside.
remember that night. It was me, John, unclassified name or declassified name, me and Drew. I remember that because Drew was like, "Bro, he's about to burst," and fucking your girlfriend's just sitting there like, and then
She
This
was
is
probably
bad, I don't remember a lot
because
of
she's
this.
like, I'd never seen this, and then at the same time, she probably calmed down and was like, he's not gonna puke.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't. He doesn't do that.
uh,
And I came back like I had to burp.
and that's when I got Mortal Kombat, and we were just playing the fuck out of it.
It was
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
dude. The story mode is
those
whack.
those like top 3 scariest highs I've ever been, because I honestly God felt like I was gonna puke, but for some reason when I went over there, like it came up and I was like, oh, here it comes, and then it just went, "Buh," and I was like, oh shit, I'm good. I'm
I'm not
good.
gonna lie, looking back on it now, I don't remember a lot of the stuff that happened in
Yeah, honestly,
Nebraska.
it's only slowly coming to me because we're talking
I've got a lot
about
of blank
it,
fucking spots.
I remember it all.
bro. Like there was just moments where I was like,
All right.
what?
Like, bruh.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Wait, so
I'll never forget John. I loved John throughout the whole trip.
John was a character and a half.
Yes.
Actually,
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
You were so charismatic. We loved seeing you. You made things
Oh,
1,000
Walmart,
times
you
better.
walking around like a fucking like just over exaggerating your steps, walking around, turn the corner into an aisle, and there's a
God
Walmart
damn,
employee
I'm
there
horny.
staring at you, going, "What the fuck?"
and then also when we were driving around and you guys were fucking pretending to throw my AirPods, and then I actually thought you threw them, and I was about to just
that was
I know it
Bacon.
wasn't you, but Bacon was like Bacon and Colby
Yeah.
were fucking just trolling me. I was so fucking mad, and then you guys were like, "Okay, see you later," and all of you pulling.
Fucking opening up the rear doors, like pretending to jump out. That's my favorite stunt to do. I did that to my buddy Chris. Bit of a side topic. We were driving in his mom's Durango. It was him, me, our buddy Hunter, and then someone I can't remember. And we're doing about $1.20 down this road by their house. And I just look him dead in the eye and go, "All right, I'm finna head out," or something along the lines of that. Just take off my seatbelt, open up the back door. I'm leaning half out the back of his car.
Probably
Yeah.
That's my favorite
probably
thing to
freaked
do.
out like I did. Jesus.
They did. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. much.
Uh,
I'm kind of retarded if you haven't noticed.
it was
Oh
a
my God.
great trip, and like
It was so fucking
it's kind of
great.
weird
and I
because we have
loved
like two
seeing
different
you
sides
guys.
of how they departed. I know Bacon got trapped by a train for like what?
Oh my god. My trip going home was fucking horrible.
Wait,
So
no,
bad.
I meant like the car ride.
No, not the car ride. The car ride with Cam was fun. All right, so essentially what happened was the trip going from Chicago to Nebraska took me about a total of 3 hours from waking up in my grandpa's house to actually landing and like meeting the boys. Going back from like Omaha Airport to getting home was about a 10-hour fucking journey. Because, so it was storming pretty bad near Chicago the day that I left. And so Cam and Adrian drove me back to the airport. We were just bullshitting the entire time. You know, big hugs when we got there. I walk into the airport, sit down at my gate. My flight was supposed to leave, I think, about 2:30, around 2:30. Got delayed. I didn't get on the plane until about 6 o'clock.
Oh my fucking.
And I got to the airport about 2 o'clock. So it was about 4 hours waiting at the airport because it was storming really bad. I thought the plane was going to get canceled. And I was texting Ryan. I was texting Chi. I was texting Adrian saying like, hey, I might need a place to stay tonight if this bitch gets canceled. You know, what the fuck? Finally get on the plane. We sit on the plane for about an hour in Nebraska. So now it's about 7 o'clock. We take off. You know, it's only an hour flight from Nebraska to Chicago. Land in Chicago an hour later. And I was stressing out and I was like kind of not quite having a panic attack, but I was stressing out a whole bunch. And I was like, yes, I'm finally back in Chicago. You know, in an hour and a half, I'll be home. It'll be so good. I just got to get off this plane. And our plane, instead of going to the gates to get off, back to the airport, it goes across the runway and is sitting in a holding area. And we had to wait because there was no open gates at the airport.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
hour and a half goes by. It's now about 9:30. I'm still sitting on the plane. Now I'm having a full-blown panic attack. I'm just freaking out because I'm so tired and mentally and physically exhausted that I just want to like sleep. My phone had died about an hour ago, so I have no idea what time it is. I have no idea how long it's been. I have no contact with the outside world. Plane comes fucking... This sounds like such first world problems bullshit. And I feel like I'm a massive douche saying it, but I'm still going to keep going. Plane finally pulls back into the gate, and luckily I had like a wall charger on me and a cord, so I'm sitting in the airport about 10 o'clock, charging my phone, trying to tell my parents that I'm here so that they can come pick me up. Finally get back into the car, stop by a McDonald's or whatever for food so I can eat because I'm starving. And it was about 11:30, 12 o'clock when I got home.
Oh
So,
my God.
So
yeah.
from
Started at 1 o'clock, didn't get home until about 12. That was fun. It would have been
Fuck that.
shorter to drive all the way back from Nebraska to my house.
Yep. So
Should have done that.
Yeah, I should have, but actually, no, it cost me about the same for gas. So maybe I'll do that next time we get together. Maybe I'll just drive my big old red truck out there.
so our side, me and John's, we got up, started getting ready to go. Nolan and Jackson went along with me. I got gas, so I was in my dad's car, and we drove all the way there. Had a good time listening to music and whatnot, because I usually do, because we didn't have much to talk about, because it was about 10 o'clock. Nothing really happened on the way there. We got there, we let John go, and then did anything happen while you departed, John, or anything?
What's
up? Like when you left from Nebraska back to Texas?
It's the thing. Okay, I don't mind telling these actually. It's because like after my mom picked me up, she was already giving me like lectures like, okay, mijo, you gotta start working now. I need you to pay T-Mobile. I need you to pay off your car. I was like, Mom, let me relax. No. Like, she was giving me a fucking lecture, and it was pissing me off.
Bruh.
Damn. I remember
Oh
you
wait,
texting me
gee,
saying that.
I never sent you the photo, did I?
Photo?
What photo?
Here, just I'll send it to you, and Ryan, you move on with another topic.
Okay, so with that, we end our...
Damn, so we both had rough trips back.
Yeah. We'll end that on the Nebraska trip note. Something I thought would be fun to talk about, or at least something I'm kind of looking at, because I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really think of this. John really thought of it. So, did you guys, like, I don't know, something I was going to bring up earlier that I didn't bring up is, like, the night of prom, when I was really getting hyped up about this is it, like this is the last thing ever, and then it's pretty much just the play, and then I'm over with high school, and I'll get to see you homies. Is after we left prom, Austin took me home, and on our way there, you guys remember where I live, right? The street. I won't say it, but so down that street, there's another
Street.
Yeah, it's Spooner Street. There's an intersection, and Austin's a crazy driver. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He's a pretty crazy driver.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, probably you are, knowing you. No, that's why I didn't let you drive my dad's car. Anyway, so we're driving. He's driving down towards my house, and a guy to our right, going about 40, 50, just speeding right past the intersection, and Austin's going at the same speed. Austin slams his brakes, notices we were about to get demolished, dodges the car, and the guy on the other side, like, he was like a teenager, so you notice he's just sitting there, this blank expression, and just disappointed in himself. Me and Austin rolled down the windows, and we're just like, fuck you, little piece of shit. And that was like my first ever like near-death experience. I don't know have you guys ever had anything like that? Like, that was spooky.
I've had a few.
Oh,
actually.
I want to hear this.
You want to talk about near-death experiences? You guys go first. I've got some
Okay.
shit that'll.
So
fucking
I've got a
suck dick.
few.
Perfect.
So, the first one that comes to mind was I was with Adrian. So my next one is probably the funniest one, but this one was with Adrian. So, it's right after school, right? And it was during the time period where I was like one of the first ones with our license, right? And so I'm taking Adrian to the DMV, and I'm letting him drive. I don't know why I decided to do that. I let him drive. We get to this intersection, and we're stopped. And the light, for some reason, he missed it in some way, and it turned yellow. So, he took it, and this other guy just decided to, like, this truck on the other end just decided to fuck off his red light, and as he's making his turn, this truck just speeds on through, and then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, this is where I fucking die. This is it. And it hits my side and pushes his car to almost like a full 180, and we're just sitting there in the middle of the intersection, like, and I'm sitting there like, oh, fuck, it didn't kill me. Alright, whatever. And they kept going, so I was like, well, nothing we can do now. He's like, don't you think we should call someone? I'm like, nah, fuck it, just go. And so we ended up going to the DMV. He takes his test. He was nailing it. And I'm with my cousin. We're just sitting at the top of the parking garage. I look over and I'm like, oh shit, there he is now. All he has to do is park. And while he was parking, he like went just mock speed with it and just hit the car next to his parking spot. And I just see him in his car just bang his head down and go, fuck! My dad's gonna kill me. And at this point, I'm like on my hands and knees, gasping for air and laughter.
And I remember he calls me, and he goes, Ryan, and I went, dude, what's going on, man? How'd the test go? And he goes, I fucking hit a car. And I went, Adrian, bro, listen.
I was like, damn, twice in one time.
I was like, listen, I don't even have my license. How the fuck did you manage to hit a car while you're driving for a test? I had a parked car, and I hung up. I just couldn't handle it. But, do you have a second story?
I know. I was fucking dying. I was like, bruh. And he's like, I don't even want to drive anymore. And I was like, okay. So I drove him home. I'm like, you good? He's like, it's whatever. And I'm like, well, I can't. It's too funny. I can't. Just his expression the whole way home. He didn't even want to look at me. He didn't want anything to do with the car at that point. He's like, this is fucking stupid. I can't believe that happened. And I'm like, what's your dad gonna say? And he looks at me and he's just like, I don't even want to know.
Like me, whenever I get in trouble with my dad, I'm like, I don't even want to fucking hear what he has to say.
Your dad probably just
more,
says some dumb shit like, well, shouldn't have done that.
Pretty much.
You got any more?
You got another
close stories,
story?
Chief?
I said you had two
Close
stories.
calls?
right?
I do have another
I kind
one.
of want to say mine, but mine's actually really sad, I guess.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I still want to explain. Don't
Okay.
get me wrong.
Chi, go ahead with your next
All right.
story.
Okay, so
Jesus.
my next one is one a lot of my friends heard. I was fairly younger, and it's kind of ridiculous to think
Oh
about.
my fucking god! Is it the story I think it is?
Do you know? It might be.
Just explain
So
it. I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
okay, so I'm at the pool, right, with my boys and some girls.
Yep.
And I don't know why, but I decided to be a little shit. So I had to walk down the street to meet with someone. And so as I'm talking to the girls on my way out, I'm like backing up into the street. And this truck just comes speeding by. It wasn't just any truck though. So it hits me hard enough that where like it pushes me. And I just kind of fumble and scoot across the road. It chipped my tooth and kind of fucked up my hand. I get up, and the guy comes out. He's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." And I sit up and I look at it, and it's a fucking taco truck, and it was just speeding down and just nearly clobbered me. And I'm just laying in the street laughing that I just got hit by a taco
Yep,
truck.
I do. remember this
My
story.
friends came by and they're like, "Dude, are you good?" And I'm just rolling around in laughter. They're like, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" And I'm like, no, this is too good. Laughter is this medicine. Oh my god. And the guy's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like, it's a taco truck.
Damn. I do remember that story.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I've got a few memories of close calls when I almost died.
Alright.
Yeah, so this one time, I was about 8 years old, and this was back when I lived in Florida a long, long time ago. I got really sick with pneumonia, and for about 2 weeks, I almost, I was like going from hospital to, just bed, hospital to bed, and all that kind of stuff.
I don't
almost
like
died
this
there. It was
one.
pretty fun.
This was sad.
Nah. This
I don't
one's
like
really
this
sad.
one.
Well, it technically counts, so I'm going to say it just so I have more than one story. And the other story was a little exciting. I don't remember it too well, but essentially what happened was I was down visiting my buddy Chris. He lives over in Central Illinois. And we were driving in his truck, and we were going down this back road. This was around winter time, this previous winter. And we're driving down these back roads by his grandparents' house, and it's 2-lane road, cornfield on one side, kind of like houses and trees and stuff on the other side. And of course, we are young, dumb teenagers. We are going too fast, not excessive speeding, but we are speeding through this little area. And we come up over like a hill, and Chris goes, "Watch this!" Fucking drops it to the floor. Back tires, he gasses it. Back tires immediately start slipping and spinning. And the back end of the truck came out so far to the left that we were taking up the entire road, both lanes. I could look like almost perfectly to my left and be staring down the road. Now, Chris is a great driver. He's a phenomenal driver. Fucking incredible. Right? I trust the man with my life every time I get in the vehicle with him. I genuinely thought he was going to kill me. I thought we were going to die because the back end of the truck kicked out so far one way, and then it kicked out so far the other way. We were heading straight towards the side of the road and a tree, and just last minute it caught traction and it just jolted us back onto the back facing normally. So fucking scary. We came, I wouldn't say a couple feet, but we were a decent ways away from hitting a tree, going 55 miles an hour. It was a fucking horrifying moment. Chris, love you to death. Don't ever fucking do that again. I'll beat the shit out of you.
Nice. So we got 2 car ones, 1 taco truck one, taco truck one.
I have one about my mom, if that counts.
Probably more. Is it you involved?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, well, hold off. John, you wanted to talk about yours, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, the floor is yours, my man.
Okay.
Get your tissues ready.
I like how he sits up. He's like, "All right, everybody, buckle your asses in."
It's not gonna be that sad. Well, kinda. So the time I almost died happened when I was a freshman. This is the time I didn't live in this house. This is another house that I lived at in Texas. My neighbor, this is the time we had a kick. So he texted me, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "Nothing. What's up?" He decides to invite me to a lake that's 30 minutes away, and it's a nice lake, but it's a redneck lake.
Oh god.
So
the best.
So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? He told me like, what time do you want me to like be there tomorrow? He was like, wake up around 7 o'clock. We're gonna go to the gas station, get a couple snacks. Don't worry, cause my parents will pay for you. I'm like, oh shit, thanks. You know, cause I loved his parents. I won't say his name though, but if he watches in the future, he probably know who he is. They were nice. They were nice people. They decided to invite me. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll come. He was like, just make sure you bring, swim trunks for tomorrow, cause yeah, we have nothing to get dry off, so make sure you bring that. So on that, he said we both said goodnight, cause we're cool neighbors and shit. He was actually one of the best neighbors I ever had, next to the one I had in elementary school. So the next morning, it was 6 o'clock. I was showering, getting ready, get my swim trunks, and get my freaking iPod 4, jamming some iTunes music. So I was having fun. I was enjoying the ride. I kind of fell asleep for a little bit. We stopped at the gas station. My neighbor's dad bought Doritos and soda, and we just like devour the fucking chips and shit. What else? What happened? Oh, so yeah, and then we were like getting close to the lake. It was near like kind of downtown, like the northern area of downtown. And then now we're here at the lake. So crowded at this day. Usually people will fish there, but at the same time you still get in trouble by like the what's those police called? The
Wardens.
Coast Guard?
What was it?
Wardens.
Coast Guard?
It's with the C, I think.
Coast Guard?
No, not Coast Guard.
Coast Guard?
Constable. There you go. It's one of those police. I don't know if y'all have those constable police officers, but they're basically like they protect the area just to make sure if there's anything going on or they break any law. And if you do that, then they'll give you like a warning. So that area of the lake is still kind of public, not private, no matter where you at. Anyway, so my neighbor's dad decided to swim across the lake because there was a vine for everyone to swing on. I was fucking scared, and then my neighbor decided to go for it too, and I was like, yeah, I'll just watch you guys to see how it look, cause I'm scared of heights, damn well, Jacob. I said to him. So the dad did it first with his friends. Dude, that vine from the ground lake all the way to the hill was 40 feet above. Oh my god, that was so high, dude. I don't have the picture, sadly. I forgot what it looks like. So the dad takes the first swing. He makes it into the lake, and like everyone was cheering. I was like, oh, it looks fun, because from my point of view or whatever, from far away to the vine, it doesn't look bad until you get up there. So after my neighbor, he does his swing, and then everyone was cheering for him. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And the mom was like, "You got it, John." Like it was like so weird the way she said it, but she's that mom. Come on, she's being supported, and I like her. So I went to go ahead because I know how to swim, of course. I went to go ahead and swim across the lake, of course. The muddy was nasty. It was dirty. I had nothing but like mosquitoes and flies just all over me, and I got bitten everywhere on my leg. It's okay. This is also nasty, but I didn't realize till the night I went to bed. I think I got bit in the balls.
I'm sorry.
Like,
what?
Okay. I didn't feel shit right until the night until that night of the same day. I was like, why is my balls so itchy? I was like, damn, that feels good. I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. This is legit how it sounded like. I went to the bathroom here. I went like this, my feet going. I was like, oh, why's my balls so itchy? I was like, damn, there's a bump. I was like, what the fuck? How those flies get into my balls? Like it's a fucking maze in my pants. Okay, I can't breathe. Anyway, so let's get rid of that and let's go back to the lake part. So after I got onto the top of the lake, which is the hill was pretty fucking dirty and it was high too. So everyone, dude, I deadass was so scared and frightened. Everyone started like cheering for me. It was like, go, 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 and then like the small crowd would go, go, John, 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 and then the other people were like, go, go, go. I was like, I'm gonna say this. I'm sorry, podcast, but I was like, a big nibba gotta do.
Jesus Christ.
So I went to go ahead and, stand back, trying to launch. I jumped. I was like, damn well my fat is gonna end up slipping through the vine. I hold that vine so tight. I got my thighs crossed. I'm like, I hope I don't fall and slip. Surprisingly, I didn't fall and slip, which is a good thing. So I was like, when do I let go? I was like, Eee! So I landed in the lake, and I was like, underwater. I was like,
I love how much detail he's going into.
And then as I got out of the water, I was like, and then everyone was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And the small crowd was like, yeah, John. So that happened. I was like, I'm gonna do this again.
Oh,
hey,
fuck.
I'm gonna do it again. I said to the mom and the sister. It was like, hell yeah. So I went to go ahead and go back into the fucking muddy hill that was disgusting. So this time I was like, fuck it, I want to do that again. But at the same time, this time my hands got fully muddy and I couldn't get rid of it because my shorts were muddy too when I was trying to climb the first time. So my feet, my legs, like everywhere my body was just dirty, literally. Not my face. I was like, shit. Okay, so as I got on the vine, my neighbor's dad was like in line getting ready to swing the vine, and I'm over here like, shit, I gotta cover my hands and everything. I was trying to like put on my shirt, but I forgot my shirt is at my neighbor's car. I was like, might as well rub the fucking dirt off my chest. So I did. I was like, I rubbed the dirt on my chest. I was like, shit. The dirt is not, because it was wet. The dirt was hella wet and it was hard to get rid of. So I was like, you know what? Go ape shit. You got this. I fucking got this. I said to myself in my head.
Go crazy. Like, go stupid.
Basically the OG go crazy, go stupid before it was the thing. So I was like, I prepared to walk back, getting ready to power. I'm like, go DK. Anyway, so I walked back.
You're trying to hair looking ass.
So yeah, I decided to like getting ready. I was like, fuck it, might as well swing with my shit entirely dirty. So I take the second swing. I'm like, yo. But this time, when I was on a vine above 40 feet on the ground, I started slipping. And I was like, kind of holding to myself that, I wasn't going to fall. Next thing you know, as like midway to the swing, I fell. I fell all the way 40 feet from the ground. I scraped my left rib from the wood. Gladly it didn't impale me because it was pointy as fuck. So the stick scratched my rib. I fell like on the hill. I fell through the lake and I passed out for like 40 minutes and they got an ambulance to pretty much kind of do the CPR on me. Luckily I was alive. So at that time when that happened, we all decided to go home because it was scary and they thought that I was gonna die. So they were like the whole trip was just quiet because of how close I almost died from that. Damn. And afterwards,
Jesus fuck, that just
they took me home.
Fucking dark turn.
They were like, you should tell your mom, dude, because if anything happened to you and if you died, we couldn't get in big trouble. I was like, I could. I'll go ahead and tell my mom. He was like, do it for real, man, because I don't want to go to jail because of how you almost got killed right there in the hill. I want to make sure you don't do this stuff again. So I was like, okay, well, thanks for taking me and everything. I really appreciate for what you've done to me. So so they go ahead and close the garage because that's how they usually do whenever someone parks in the garage and cars and everything. I went to go ahead and go inside. I was just there, kind of sad. and depressed because of how like I kind of ruined the trip for them. And as I went inside the house, my parents are like, "Hey, what's up?" And in Spanish and shit. I didn't really respond to whatever they said to me. I went straight to my room and just started like crying because of how everything I'd done. I ended up ruining it for them. And after a while, they stopped talking to me because what happened. And I risked everything for them. So it's out to this day. It's been 4 years. They stopped talking to me, and I'm kind of worried. I don't know if they still hate me or they don't want to hear anything from that anymore.
Damn. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks.
Who are they to hate you for that though?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, you didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, it happens. It's just, people are evil, and you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Jesus,
that was damn.
fucked.
That
I've got
Good.
that was really like dark and deep.
Hey, that's okay.
I went from near puking of laughter to almost crying.
That was sad, dude.
Fuck.
So
John, do you need a hug?
I really do when I come over there. Actually,
I will give you a hug just for that.
I've got a story about watching my friend almost die.
it's about us as much as that's nice to know, and I don't think.
Wow.
I mean,
All right. I guess my friend almost dying because he's retarded means nothing to you. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's fine. I'm just gonna. That's fine.
I mean, if we're being honest, I'm telling you the truth. I really don't care about your friend.
Oh, okay. That's fine. He probably doesn't care
That's
about you
probably true.
or your dumb ginger
Yeah,
ass.
you're right. You're definitely
Yeah,
right,
fucking-
bitch.
There's a reason you're called the inferior, Ryan.
That's I don't know about that one. That's a stretch.
All right, so it's time to get political.
No, God, no.
So-
Jesus
You're off the Schlorp.
Christ.
all right.
Fuck. All right.
So
I'm finna head out.
So next to the topic of what we should talk about. So let's talk about the time how we lost our virginity.
I don't like this topic.
I really don't like this topic either.
Hey, I'll tell my story. She loves hearing
Well,
this
you
story.
see,
But I love
was-
hearing
I was a
Brian.
14-year-old
Wait a
boy
minute, wait a minute.
going to
Hang
church,
on.
and this pastor told me he could show me something amazing about God if I just followed him into the back room.
And I prayed to God. He put in my ass, and I didn't know what was going on. I was going around for Jesus. Holy shit! Here's your interpretation of that, and one of many voices that hopefully come out of this podcast. Anyway,
My fucking sternum.
she knows the story. A lot of people know
Oh
about
God,
this
we're
story.
actually going to talk about this. Jesus.
You don't have to if you
It's
don't.
on the
If you don't
paper.
have to, you don't want to. But I'm gonna do it for the sake of John playing this out for us. So,
And I'm doing the same thing.
I dated a whale. I don't emphasize that in any sort of way. No harm towards this lady. She's a bitch. But she was a good 200 pounds, 250 to 300.
Oh, okay. 200's not that bad.
250 to 300. I'm pretty sure. Her
Wait. Was it a whale? I don't think it was a whale.
it was. Caitlin.
How far back are we talking?
Caitlin. Remember?
What?
Junior year?
I thought it was sooner than that. What?
Remember? I bragged to
Everything except that.
I mean, I had sexual experiences.
confused. I have no idea
We're
what
not
the
really talking about
fuck
our
is
sexual
going on.
experiences.
Okay,
If we're talking about that, then that's another story added on, and that will take a while to explain. But long story short, for that story, I met a girl during
the
eighth.
scar.
I met a girl during 8th grade. We hung out for a whole day. Keep in mind, the whole entire day was about 9 hours. 9 hours that were spent making out, and my dog literally bothering the fuck out of me the entire time. Rest in peace.
Rest
getting
in
the-
peace, Winston.
Bra-
Moment of silence for Winston.
my brother made pizza, and I cut it up, and we ate it downstairs. After we ate, we just started cuddling together and watching TV, because that's when my basement was the man cave, not the tormented area it is now. We were on a couch. She just started making out again. Pulled down
that couch.
pulled down the pants. I was like, "What's going on?" Mouth on it, and
Hang on, freeze for a sec. That's the most virgin thought.
hey man, it did happen. You know it did.
My stomach.
And that woman, she just and just
Chomp.
chomped it. Chomped, and I immediately felt pain. I could not understand my thoughts. I could only feel my penis and its inner ring hurt. Just hurt. And I push her head up and I said, "What are you doing?" She's like, Did I do something wrong? And I'm like, "Bro, you literally bit my penis. My fully erect dong. What are you doing?" And she's like, "This is like my second time doing it." I'm like, "Bro, I am in so much pain right now." And I literally like look at it. I'm looking at it and I notice a ring that's scarred, and I still have this day. A ring.
Can I see it?
I call it the ring of death because that shit hurts so bad. I feel like she could have done anything. Even if she had braces, it wouldn't even hurt that bad. That was intense. So that's my first sexual experience. Everyone loves that story. So, long story short, I got a ring on my penis because I got bit. So, the whale. 2 days.
Hang on, breathe. Just stop for a second. Oh my god.
She's dying, bro. She's just gonna start dying more and more. Let me tell you. So, the whale. I've said that a lot of times. She 2 days into dating. Two. I count them. 1, 2.
2. Count them. 2.
That night, we were hanging out.
Not 1.
Not 1,
And-
not 3, not 4, 2.
We got really horny into it, you know? Like, it was like how the that's not supposed to happen. Whoops. Alright, I also said the other girls' names. You might want to censor that, too. So, we got into the bed, and slowly but surely, things started happening. Pulled it down, and I was like, it's finally going to happen. They can't make fun of me for being a virgin, because it's all they ever did. I was like, it's going to happen. I'm going to finally
virgin
lose
thoughts.
it.
God, stop.
Um,
Just for 2 seconds, I gotta breathe.
Oh, it gets worse. So, you know, what does the guy do with the girl? He puts it in. And immediately I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just, my brain just turns off. I'm like, it's just going at it, bro. And keep in mind, most guys do have pre-ejaculation. If you know what that is, it means you come in like 30 seconds. I had that. So I thought I was just going to immediately shoot sperm into her. I was scared. I had a condom on though, but so just go, like 2 apes in a barrel, dude. Just
Fuck, these are not images I want.
Just
in my
going
head.
at it, bro.
Why the fuck are you saying?
I'm drooling.
Yeah, you would be drooling
and-
about Ryan's enormous fucking cock.
I'm drooling. I'm crying. My sternum.
and we're going at it. 45 minutes pass. 45 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, how have I not plastered into the space of this pussy?
And then you woke
And
up.
shut the fuck up.
I've never heard you say that.
And he woke up and there was a Skyrim.
I'm trying to tell the story and you fucks are ruining
Hey,
it.
you.
Um,
You're finally
so-
awake. You were trying to fuck the motor, right? Like that feet.
so I'm going at it. And then we switched to the what dogs do. If you catch my drift. Winston
Oh,
you
Winston
fucked
going
a
in my
dog?
asshole kind of style, you know?
What the
Winston was my
fuck?
dog and used to
You fucked your
my
dog.
dog
Ryan?
used to
Jesus.
hump
I
people
can't
if you
breathe.
bent over on a couch or like you were like trying to go in like a fetal position to like grab something, he would jump on you.
I really don't want to hear this now.
Oh.
We switched to that mode and just going at it more and more, and then we switched to the cowboy style. Squeak, squeak, crack. My bed frame breaks. I immediately after that gave it a couple more, and then I was done, and I pulled her off, and I said, yeah, let's never do that position again. And then we never did, because you know why? There was a literal crack on the bottom of my frame. A board was sticking out. So yeah, that's how I lost it. And then I went to school the next day, and everyone was like, "You're the cousin fucker." I'm like, "Well, shit, I'm the cousin fucker." So.
What, you fucked your cousin?
No,
Wait,
no,
was she
no,
your
no, no,
cousin?
no. I fucked someone else's cousin. And then
Oh,
4 months
okay.
later, I fucked his other cousin.
Was it your brother's cousin that you fucked?
He actually has a YouTube channel, so I'm allowed to say his name. Seth Cunningham.
My
His
stomach.
cousins.
Stop.
You didn't meet him.
All right. Well, on that note, fuck. I don't know where to go.
So,
from
but
there.
no. John,
You know, I'm kinda
John has a
regretting the last
story.
10 minutes of my life.
John has a story. Do you not? Unless you don't want to talk about it. I understand.
I do not mind talking
All right,
about
John,
it.
you have the floor. We'll do another couple more stories after
John,
that, and then we'll end
Be
it.
careful because I just
No.
stopped breathing for like 10 minutes.
Actually,
So-
Ryan, we have exactly in about 11 minutes. So let's finish this off with 11
All right.
minutes. Not this topic, so I'll make this quick. Basically, how
Is it the girl?
I lost my virginity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's the girl I'm thinking of. Okay.
I low-key need to be quiet because they don't know I'm a virgin.
You're 20 years old.
No, but like,
John,
Is it
You know how
against
much
your
there is.
culture to not have sex? What is this?
you were 20
No,
years
it
old.
is like in Mexican culture to have sex and get babies as soon as possible. Am I wrong?
you're not fucking wrong.
Bro,
So,
It's
okay,
just,
You
it's
were-
my, it's my sister, okay? You know how fucking she
You're 20, sister.
No!
Oh, that's fucking priceless.
No!
sister, John, fuck sister, John, fuck sister.
Highlight for this for the podcast.
yep, I'm posting that on Twitter.
No. Oh my God. I'm not talking about it no more.
We're
Fuck
just
y'all.
kidding.
Come on, come on.
Okay, so fuck you guys. Anyway,
So I was sitting there fucking my sister.
And then Pornhub appeared out of nowhere.
I was sitting there and I came in my sister, and then my dad walked in and went, "You just come in your sister?" I looked, and I looked him dead in the eye and went, "Mm-hmm."
and then I was like, prepare for your
And
examination.
then you were like, So, John. Alright, no more shits and giggles.
So
Tears
how
are
it
falling
happened
down my
is
chin.
this woman that how I met was from Sosa.
Hell yeah.
Okay. If y'all don't know who he is, don't worry about it. It's a close friend of mine since middle school. We were known for relatable brothers for some
Banging
reason.
chicks.
I don't know. No, we just look like cartel brothers from middle school. So
And banging
skipping to sophomore year when she was like a grade ahead of me. She was a junior and I was a sophomore, which is weird because crazy, right? Anyway, so I asked her out, and then she was like, "Sure, why not?" And how we first met in person was basically we went to the park where she lived. We took a couple. I still have the pictures of my old Samsung, but it's all in my OneDrive or some shit. So yeah, we met, we talked, we were just chilling and shit at the park, and it was like getting dawn, so I took her home. I had a nice time actually. I took her home, we hugged, and got my first actual kiss. Holy shit! Wow.
And that was it. That was how John lost his virginity.
Just
No,
then
and
and
then
there
so-
in broad daylight.
So then I went to go ahead and I walked home because my fat is to lose weight anyway. So I walked home. It was like a 13-minute walk from her house to my house, and I was like, "Wow, my first kiss. I feel badass already."
These are
So
such
then-
virgin gamer thoughts.
I hate you.
Good lord.
Shut up, you weeb.
Okay. So then,
Excuse
then-
me.
and then a couple days later, Sosa. This is like days before my sophomore year end. Sosa threw up. He's gonna throw a pool party to celebrate. Fucking I don't know, finishing sophomore year, right? And then she was about to move into senior year, and I was about to move on to my junior year. So when that I think I still have the texts when she came over. Anyway, so I told her I was like, hey, Sosa's throwing a party. You wanna come? And she was like, yeah, sure.
You wanna
Sosa's-
come over?
No.
Huh?
No,
You
this is
wanna
like-
maybe fuck in his pool?
No, no. This is like when I didn't have like sex. This is when I didn't have like sexual thoughts at that time. Like I was just like trying to be like a charming person. Okay, that's what I was trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. So yeah. So after that day, she come out, like I didn't expect her to come into my house. Like she just had like her casual clothes in their backpack and shit. I was like, "You ready?" I was like, "Why are you here?" I thought he was gonna pick you up. She goes, "Oh no, I just decided to wait." So we all we did was like just watch a fucking show till he came to pick us up. He was like, "Oh, they're here," and it's like when my parents were working. So we decided to go on a ride, of course, to his house because at the time we didn't have a car, not a license. So we're here like kind of early, even though there's like a bunch of people. So we decided to eat, talk, play fucking games on the TV. We played Mortal Kombat X at that time when it actually came out. So I had fun. I was ass in Mortal Kombat X. So and I'm gonna skip hours past. It was already nighttime. A lot of people came into the party, and we're having a blast. We blasted out music. We ate really good food. Oh, those freaking Salvadorian beans were delicious, dude.
Okay.
And John farted on her dick.
No, you sure though?
You gotta fart on a girl's dick.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Anyway, you were saying?
Okay, so anyway, so I was like, I was relaxing like in the corner part of the pool, and then she's just swimming. Of course. Can't talk for shit. And then she decides to go next to me, and she just wanted to talk about like, what you're gonna do in your junior year, what class they're gonna be taking, cause like she goes to a different school, which sucks. And I was like, I'm probably just gonna go like just basic like graphic design, cause I really want to do a lot of like graphic, right? Cause I was into it. And she was like, oh shit, me too. Well, kind of me too, but cause like she was into anime, kind of, but not anymore, sadly. Whatchamacallit. So yeah, so we decided to talk for a little while, and she was getting ready to kind of leave because it was kind of like at the time she had to go home because her parents were strict, because like their parents wanted her to be home as soon as possible.
Latino parents.
Yeah, basically. So anyway, so I was like, yeah, me too. You want me to walk you home, or you want him to take you home? I was like, no, you can walk me home. I'm fine. Unless you want to go to your house, we can watch a movie. I was like, it's up to you. I don't want to make your parents mad, I said. And she's like, all right, well, let's go ahead and let's get ready and change and leave. And I was like, okay. Oh, you can change first. I can wait. That's fine. So we decided to get out of the pool, and she decided to get food again because she loved the food. And I was like, fuck it, why not? A big nib, I gotta eat anyway. So I decided to get food. Of course, it was nachos and fucking Salvadorian beans. So I ate a little bit. We talked, of course, just about life, anime, and school. This is like when I started kind of getting into anime around that time. My first fucking anime was Phantom World.
Yeah, fucking weebs.
Sure, you fucking weeb. High school DxD looking motherfucker.
Hey.
Okay, so anyway, so
I like fan service. What can I say?
So
looking motherfucker.
so the changing room was like the right side of the house, where like it's like a little hallway. It was like a weird shadow hallway. It was dark as fuck. So I was like, okay, I'll let you change. I'll wait outside. So I was like on my fucking Samsung S5 at the time, and I still have it. It's like next to my fridge. So I was like waiting. I was on iFunny, like a typical fucker. I was laughing at fucking memes. I was like, haha, he said it's stupid. So then, couple minutes later, I heard a voice. I was like, is it upstairs? And I was like, is anyone over there? From the other gate, right? And then she goes, John. I was like, what's up? She goes, can you come in? I go, wait, say that again? She goes, come in, please.
Okay.
Shut up. So she tells me to come in. I was like,
¿Por
I
qué
guess,
no?
but I'm gonna look away. I don't want to look at you. She's like, that's fine. Just come in. I was like, okay. So I looked around to make sure nobody was here. So I come in, and then she was still in her bathing suit for some reason. So I was like, hey, I gotta pee. That's what I legit said to her. I was like, hey, I gotta pee. So can you look away? He was like, okay. I was like, I'll just go to the right side.
Bro,
while
my
you turn
girlfriend won't
around.
even come within a mile's radius of the restroom when I have to use it. Like,
Because you
So-
took a mean shit.
it's like no, it's like a fear. I don't know why. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna go pee, and she's like, oh, okay, and then goes to the other side of the house, and I'm like, is it that big of a deal to you?
Yeah, I just shit on the floor.
Yeah, just
Okay.
walk into the bedroom, just straight power move, right on the floor.
Okay, so anyway, so I was on the right side and she was like right behind me. Like she was, I don't know what she was doing at the time. I was just like, oh my god, I finally wanted to take a piss because I drank so many fucking Sprite. I finally get to relieve my piss from the toilet.
You want to cry
So after I was like-
Spranberry?
I hate you.
Want to say the N-word?
So anyway, so I was putting my shorts back on. I was like, I finally pissed, and I was like, okay. I didn't want to turn around. I turned around. She was naked. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to. I'll just leave. She was like, she got my shoulder. I was like, no, don't leave.
I don't like where this is going. This sounds seductive.
I want you to stay.
Oh, she sounds like a
Yo,
succubus.
I'm fucking hard right now.
Shh, listen, damn it,
I'm
listen,
beating my mic, I'm
fuck.
beating my dick
Listen,
this entire
listen.
time.
Fucking listen.
Linda, listen, Linda.
Okay, so she told me to stay like 3 times. She decides. Sorry, I thought someone was knocking on my door. So she decides she wants me to stay. And she decides to crouch.
I like how he's actually doing it.
She decides to like take off my shorts. I was like, no, not my Mountain Dew pants. Because I actually had Mountain Dew swim shorts that my dad got me at Walmart for like $12. So
I'm done.
So when that happened, this is like when I got my first suck, and she was like, "Wow, there's your pre-cum is there." I was like, "Oh fuck, it's just like those animes."
Oh, this is fucking making me wince.
Uncomfortable.
I'm cringed so hard. I'm fucking wincing out.
Gotta make
so
sure this
hard.
podcast
okay,
is
so-
18 plus on it.
Okay, so so skip it to that, and then she gave me the suck, and dude, holy fucking shit! After when I was about to bust a big one, I legit bust a big one. That shit was so big. That shit went through the fucking mirror. I'm talking about that shit was like 4 feet exploded.
The sloppy
And
jalopy.
I got her nose, her forehead, the mirror, her
my
ear.
God, that's good. That's good there. Yep. I'm glad I'm hearing about my good friend coming all over a girl's face. This
I
is
can
something
honestly
I'm
give a
very
fuck
glad
about what this goes through, but hey, I have the balls to say this anyway. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 5
Bro,
minutes away, so we're pretty much gonna stop this podcast
Bro,
for today.
she gave him the sloppy jalopy.
You know what's funny? That wasn't even like about his virginity.
Bro,
That was
She's not a
he
swallower,
spent like 15
weak.
minutes.
Oh no! I mean, I know that, but afterwards we did it. There, the end.
Okay,
Yeah.
you spent about like 30 minutes building up just to be like, yeah, and then
Yeah, because you guys were fucking interrupting.
Hold up. Actually, we have like an extra 10 minutes because we recorded for like 10 minutes randomly.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, cunt, you think we got 10 minutes of shit to say?
10 minutes of shit to say? Well, there's still a chapter 4 and a chapter 5.
Yeah, we already covered
Oh,
chapter
you're right,
4.
sorry. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong script. My bad. Hold on. Where's
You're looking at your own. Chapter 4. It says
he gets the script again.
says chapter 4, Your Highness. The boys explain the first time they got the goods and ended up being out of this world, literally. Ooh, I got a lot of good stories like that.
There was an actual fucking script for this shit? Oh my god.
It's under
You guys-
staff stuff. I've been
I was
looking at it
making
this
a
whole
fucking
time.
joke about this whole thing.
No,
Oh my
it's
God.
actually there.
You guys are fucking stupid.
Dude, whoever the
Excuse me?
fuck-
I should say bacon stupid.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Yeah, thanks for telling me. Oh,
I really
there's
thought
real
we were gonna
format.
scrap
Okay,
chapter 3.
Okay, hold on. If we're gonna go into those stories are gonna take a whole podcast on its own.
So we're
Now
gonna
that
have
you
to
say
make
that,
that
yeah,
to the next
probably.
episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna have to end this podcast
Bro,
for today.
I got an
so...
easy bit that'll take like 5 minutes if you guys want an extra 5 minutes.
Oh.
A bit, sure, go for it.
What is it?
We'll just maybe we'll do this every now and then, but we're gonna do this really quick, fast, right? So,
Okay.
each of us, do you guys know like your favorite games?
Boku
Yeah.
no Pico.
Breath. Oh, fucking god.
Sorry, continue.
Shit, I totally forgot what I was gonna say about it.
Your favorite
Thank you all
game
for
of all
listening to
time.
the Schlorpcast. Make sure to follow us
No,
on Twitter.
shut up,
at
shut up, shut up, shut up,
Schlorpcast.
shut up. You're ugly. So, like like your top games, right? I remembered it now.
Top favorite?
Tell
Ooh, I have
tell
a
us the
lot.
game and why you like it. There you go. Easy.
Oh my god, Breath of the Wild. It's so beautiful. The fucking soundtrack is glorious. I love the fighting feel of it, and I just love how fucking amazing it looks. I just got the Master Cycle Zero, and I'm so fucking excited about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
And for me, Super Mario Sunshine, because it kind of like had some dialogue for a Mario game, which is surprising. I was like, no way, it's a movie for like a little bit till the end. So that was a cool. I never got the game because instead my sister got me Mario Party fucking 4
Shit. Bacon?
as I wanted Sunshine. And wait, and Breath of the Wild.
First world
because-
Mexican kid gets Mario Kart 4 instead of Mario Party.
It was like, what the fuck? There's Mario Kart 4? Yeah, I bought it in Mexico black market.
God, dude.
Jesus.
But yeah, Breath of the Wild, good game. Fuck yeah. Anyways, Bacon.
I gotta say right now, my favorite game to be playing is Borderlands 3.
Why is it?
I don't have like a set favorite game. It kind of differs. And right now, it's Borderlands 3. Holy fuck! First of all, I've been waiting for this game for 7 goddamn years. Played Borderlands 2 a little bit after it came out back in 2012 and like 2013. Love the shit out of that game. If you check, I've got like 300, 400 hours on it, something like that. I've got like 2 fucking level 80 OP8 characters. Just a whole bunch of... I've played Borderlands 2 a metric fuck ton. And the pre-sequel came out a few years later, and it was kind of it was good, but just not what we were hoping for the follow-up. And I feel like this game is a worthy successor to Borderlands 2. Just the fucking gameplay mechanics are so smooth. The sliding, mantling on stuff. All of the different gun manufacturers have their unique quirks, and they all fucking feel and sound differently. And they're so fucking good. Fuck off. What the fuck are you even saying, cunt? What the fuck? I'm over here talking about fucking Borderlands. And
You say quirk. You say quirk, and I'm like, My Hero Academia.
Shut the fuck off.
Fuck off. God.
Shut the fuck off.
The story's pretty good. It's not like perfect, not like 10 out of 10. I would say
Wait,
it's not
but-
as good as the second.
Is this short?
No, it's long as fuck. The story.
Really?
I have one character that I beat the story on, and like I haven't played much on that character since I beat the story, and I've got 27 hours on that character. Keep in mind that's also doing a fuck ton of side quests and shit, so I could stay leveled up like with the.
It has a
normal-
One Punch Man
like, I can
reference,
stay
so like
leveled.
that's worthy of like why it's so good.
It does. This is a fucking enemy titled One Punch, and if you kill him, you get the one pump chump, which is a shotgun. It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of fucking awesome.
No, but yeah, I would say Borderlands 3 story's pretty good. Not as good as the second one, but it's still very good. Gameplay mechanics are fucking insane.
Link's Awakening, bro. I fucking cried at the end.
So yeah, mine, you
Fuck
guys
off.
personally know, it's Final Fantasy Tactics: War of the Lions.
Okay.
Literally have grown up with that game. I don't know. It was my Pokemon. I know that doesn't make sense. I know you guys will not understand it, but it's a turn-based game. You go through a bunch of battles. The story is magnificent. It's so well written, and I love like it doesn't fear to say like God and like everything with like religion and like all that stuff. It's cool. Like it interprets it and like
I love Jesus.
and like fucks with it. Like it's not like it's not a Christian game at all. Like it hardcore
Our crew
demeans
is
it.
big,
And
it
like
keeps getting
you could
bigger.
train all these
That's
soldiers
good.
you made.
Jesus Christ is-
Like I made one robot that was named Chi, and it became really
up?
overpowered. And I made a Cameron a chocobo. You guys know what chocobo is, right?
No idea.
Big yellow bird, and it can peck you. I named it Cameron, and that became overpowered.
That's
It's a long game. It takes at least 70 hours to beat, like correctly beat. And there's a lot of extra stuff you can do, side quests. Cloud was in it before Cloud was even in, or no, Cloud was in Final Fantasy 7 before then. But anyway, super good game. You guys should play it. But yeah, there we go. We got some couple minutes in for those extra viewers. I want to know some stuff.
Now that's for the top. I just want to say and clarify that this was a nice podcast that we did, and I think it was pretty good.
Good job. Round of applause, everyone. Just me? All right. Fuck all of you. I hate you. Yep, there we go.
What the fuck?
So I think next topic, we already kind of discussed it earlier before we did the top 5 or the top favorite video game thing, because I'm sure people would like that.
We'll be discussing about the time we played Fortnite. That was
okay. No, we'll be talking about our first experience getting
Fortnite,
messed
right?
up. And
I already talked about that.
More in detail. We'll have more stories about like that genre, because we didn't really go into detail. We only went into detail about the Nebraska trip.
Y'all, I mean, y'all did, but y'all just went through the funny route.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, I have so many stories about that
But
shit.
we'll get into that next time. I know everyone wants to take over the
Yes,
outro.
we
You
will.
can take over the outro. Take over the outro. Blah, blah,
I got it,
All
I
right.
got it.
Thank you guys.
I
Thank you
got
all
it, I
very
got it.
much for listening. I got it.
Take it away, Chi.
This is my podcast. Just kidding, I love you guys.
It's okay. We love you too.
Hey, Chi, dumbass editing this. You server muted me, but you didn't mute my Audacity. Fucking retard. Oh.
Are you going to do the outro? It was a solid
No.
3 seconds of just
3 seconds
silence.
of me just sniffing.
Fucking
I
server
know.
muted me.
It was me just sniffing for 3 seconds. Anyway,
All right.
thank you everyone
all
for
very
listening
much
to
for
the
listening.
Schlorp
Are you not
cast.
fucking doing it, or am I going to do it? Make sure you guys follow us on
Thank you
Twitter at
thank you
Schlorpcast.
everyone for
That is
listening to the
at
Schlorp cast.
SCHLORPCAST on Twitter. Thank you very much for
Yes,
listening.
follow
Chi,
us
go
at
fuck yourself.
Schlorpcast. Subscribe to Chibitoes for more Schlorpcast. Follow us on SoundCloud, and don't forget to follow my boys here at whatever the fuck their handles are. Follow us on Twitch.
YouTube.com/Bacon Evolution.
Pornhub.com/user/Juanitos.
Kitsy on any platform you can find. You're welcome.
Except
We want to
YouTube,
thank you guys for
because now there's
stopping
Kitsy
by.
with
We
a
wish you
bigger
guys a
channel
good
than
night.
me.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep,
Good
we will
night.
see you guys next time.
Bye.
Alright.
You guys know I have a wireless headset, right?
God
Yeah,
damn
you
it.
stupid bitch, Ryan. Fucking dumbass Ryan.
Anyway,
I
Bacon,
totally forgot. I remembered you had the same headset as me, but I totally forgot it was wireless.
I'm just sitting there downstairs sipping on my water going, what the fuck are these retards talking about?